Hello, the one and only Xylophoney here with another episode of Pixelmon Survival. And today we're gonna go back. We're gonna go way back. We're gonna teach you guys how to Pixelmon. Now, many of you are probably confused. Some of you might think that this is an insane throwback video. Well, it sort of kinda is a little tiny bit, but not exactly. We're gonna actually go over some of the details on Pixelmon breeding because I saw a lot of comments asking about that in the in the comments. So if you're excited for that, make sure to leave a like right now. And I think all the Poke Loot is reset. I want all of the Poke Loot. All of the loot. I think here's the good ones. Okay, let's see what we get. We got a Dragon Tail. Okay. Sludge Wave. Very nice. Brick Break. Even better. And finally, an Eviolite. That's cool too. I think we could probably just buy that, but oops, that happened. Anyway, let's see what we can sell. I might just sell the Dragon Tail, and I think I can just go up to any vendor and sell things. Do you sell Eviolites, sir? Sell a lot of things. Eviolite has to be. Oh my god, Eviolite's not in here. That's actually an insane pickup. Now we could have like a crazy Chansey if we wanted to. Alright, let's see what we can sell. Dragon Tail, never really gonna use. Sludge Wave, I might. Brick Break, I absolutely will. Master Ball, nah, I don't need that. And I think that should cover things rather nicely. Let's get rid of just some of the junk in our inventory. We could just sell blocks and kind of make some decent profit off it. But I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about that at all. So, hello little Twiggles, how you doing? I feel so bad about like not training my starter, but at the same time that means he gets to stay an adorable little Turtwig. Look at you! Look at you! So, we have a couple eggs here, and I still want to get some more Pokeloots. I know there's a few more left, so we're just gonna talk while going. Bang! A timer ball. Fissure. Pretty useless. Oh, this guy seems to know where they are. He came from over here. Oh no, he got that one. Alright, let's follow. Follow. We're gonna see what he gets. See where he goes. He obviously knows where. Oh, he's gone. Okay, well, there was another one like behind the Pokemon Center, was it? Yeah, and that's all I'm really concerned about. Light screen. Okay. Okay, let's sell some of this stuff. And then we will get on to the. Nah, I don't need to worry about selling it. Home on my home. Ah! Well, that's different. Anyway, we have a breeding station set up over here. Now, of course, Curspeon was evolved into a Jolteon last time, and he is looking pretty good. We have Curspeon working here with the... now I remember what I did wrong here. Okay, so we have Curspeon and EV84 here working on some breeding. Yes, you can breed a Jolteon with an Eevee. You can breed any evolution with an evolution. I was going to say, I tried to breed the Espeon with the Jolteon, but now I remember, well, they are both male, so that doesn't exactly work in Pixelmon. But yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the breeding methods, cycle, and how to create the best Pixelmon ever. So let's see how we can layer this. Let's start it off with the basics. So you take a male and a female, put them together in one of these ranch blocks, little breeder stations. You manage Pokemon, you just click them from in here. Then you go ba-ba-ba-ba, and then they go in there. I don't really need these to take them out, you just click right there. And then they can begin breeding. Now, for them to breed effectively, or rather for them to breed quickly, you need to have the right blocks here. Now, normally, it gives you a nice little, pretty much 80 blocks total to work with here. It's 9 by 9 square. That would be, I guess squares wouldn't have a diameter, but it's a square diameter around the ranch block here. So that gives you 80 blocks to work with. Now each of the different kinds of Pokemon, like this one's electric type, this one's normal type, and Espeon's psychic type, they all require different blocks. For example, the quartz here, that helps out with psychic types. The redstone, that helps out with electric types. And there are some things that do even better. Like if I had lit up redstone lamps here, then it would make this guy breed at maximum speed. And if I had, I don't even know what it is for psychic. But for normal, if you layer it 100% with cakes, then normal types can breed as fast as possible. Now, the thing is, if you're just breeding two of the same type, you don't need to get any of the fancy stuff to get it going as fast as possible. And the rate is pretty fast to begin with. Well, it depends on what you think of by fast. I think it takes an hour and a half for these guys to breed with this current cycle. So, you can look on the Pixelmon wiki and see all the specific rates and all. But I set this up originally to breed the Espeon and the Jolteon, and only now I figured, oh yeah, they're both male, that wouldn't work. I was sitting here complaining like, why isn't this working? Jolteons can definitely breed with Espeons, they must have changed it. But yeah, you can. Another thing you can do is I'm pretty sure a Rapidash can breed with these guys too. Let me just throw this Rapidash in here to find out. And, or we could find a different Pokemon. Ooh, Sandiles definitely should be able to. So let's show a little bit of this off. I think I know what I'm talking about, don't you worry. It's a female Sandile and a male Curspeon. Now, I think that they'll be attracted to each other. Yes, they are! Now you're thinking, okay, that's really weird. An Espeon and a Sandile are going to mate. And it's a little weird, sure. But the reason they can mate is because they are part of the field breeding group. And there is a certain amount of different kinds of breeding groups. Generally, if their two Pokemon are in the same breeding group, then you can breed them together. And whichever one is the female, in this case the Sandile, that is the egg that'll pop out. So, you don't get like morphed half and half Pokemon, but their stats and stuff do carry over to each other. And other things like that, natures and all that, blah 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 blah. But yeah, that's some stuff you can do to breed. Now, the whole purpose of breeding isn't just to get more Pokemon, because obviously this is a way we can get tons of EVs if we wanted to. But what we want to do is get the ones that are super strong. Now, obviously, the EVs that I bought and was given all had really good IVs. Breeding is how you affect those IVs and make them even better. That's how these are still good to begin with, because the person I bought it from had bred it really well. So now that I have a few of them to start off with, I can actually start a very quick breeding thing going real quick. Let me just give you some examples on what I got going here. The eggs here, these three. Look at it! 96%. It only has 3 stats at 31, but it has a 30, a 28, and another 28. So this EV is really good. Another one we have, let's take a look at IV's 4. This one is a little bit weaker. Now, when you are breeding, there is certain room for error and things bad that can happen. This is definitely one of the lesser breeds that I have. And then finally here we have one that's only 81%, but he also has 3 at 31. He has HP, attack, and speed. So he could still make a decent, like, Leafeon or something. Even though his defense is a little low, he wouldn't be a great... Well, okay. Any of these would be great Pokemon with this good of IVs, but they wouldn't be perfect without, like, having as many stats as possible. Generally, to have a perfect Pokemon, you want to have either 5 or 6 of the IVs at 31. Because if it's 5, that means you have all the defenses and whatever attack stat they use. If it's 6, you just have 31 and everything. But generally, say I'm using a Jolteon, I'm not going to use any attack stat whatsoever, so that's completely unnecessary for me to train up. Now, when you are breeding, I'm going to have to stop the cycle to really showcase this. Oh well, it's fine. We are going to get these guys out of here. Now, what we're doing is using certain items to affect what they got going here. So these eggs are pretty good. I'll manage to hatch them another time. But, oh, Curspeon Jr. What? Oh, yeah, I think someone gave me that. It's like another good Eevee. I'm sorry, I didn't see who gave it to me, but thank you. We have these guys right here. Now, McCree and EV84, the items that they had, actually no, Curspeon, sorry. So on this one, EV84, we have the, whatever it's called, the special attack EV training item. It is, I can just look at the Power Lens. Power Lens means that when we breed with this thing, no matter what, it will get the special attack of this Eevee. And that was a very stupid thing for me to do. That means it has a guaranteed 28 special. Okay, so I shouldn't have been breeding it like that. I was messing it up myself. But looking at this Eevee, what we would want to do, since it has 31 health and 31 defense, we would want to put either a health Eevee training item or a defense Eevee training item on it, and then it would carry over those stats no matter what. So that's one way to carry over those IV stats. Normally I think it randomizes 3 between the 2 of them, but when you use an item such as a Destiny Knot, and this is why I was so excited for getting a Destiny Knot originally, it carries 5 over. So IVs, 4. So as you can see on this guy, he has 4 stats at 31. So in this case, it'll carry 5 of these stats over. Now it can absolutely carry over the special attack and the special defense, and unfortunately there's no guaranteed way of controlling what it carries over, because obviously you can't just use a Destiny Knot and a item like that at the same time. And also using 2 Destiny Knots isn't very effective because they don't like overlap appropriately. You still have just as much room for error. I found in the past the most efficient way of doing it is using one of the training items and 1 Destiny Knot on the one that has more of the stats. So looking at him, let's look at McCree and see. So McCree has a bunch of those. Really, I just don't have special attack or special defense on any of them. So what I would want to do in this theory is I'd want to go to Warp Shop or Warp Mart, and I would like to get the proper item here, a power weight, and I would want to put a power weight on whichever one I'm trying to train here, or honestly this would work too, any of the ones that we like definitely want. Health of course we're going to want on just about any Eevee, and speed we're going to want on most Eevees. So we're going to want that, and then once we breed that with that, it'll give us a high chance of success. Now a lot of this probably just seems like foreign to you guys. It's weird, it's different, and it's, well, weird. So don't be overwhelmed if you have no idea what's going on. If you do really care about this, I do have another video on it that goes a little more in depth. Or you could just rewatch this video and after doing it and you might understand some of the things I'm saying. I think I'm going to be done with the explaining of all that now. If you do want to hear more about it, just let me know, or check out that other video. You should just have to Google like breeding on my channel, and I hope that's the only thing that pops up. Jeez. So let me get these eggs back out and let's do a little wonder trading, shall we? Wonder trade 6. Give me a Groudon. And ooh, a Dratini from the Wonder Trade. Hello. Let's check out him. Hey, that is a good Dratini. That is like, so as you can see now, none of them are 31. 31s and stuff are generally only gotten from breeding, because just to have a 31 in any stat, it's, you know, a 1 in 31 chance. Then it's like 1 in like, oh no, where's my calculator? Let's get the calculator. I'm gonna do the stats. To have a Pokemon with 231 stats on it, it's about a 1 in 960 chance. So you have to breed to get those stats reliably. But this one is an example of a wild Pokemon that you can just catch and be pretty happy with, because it has really good stats all around. It's a little low on special defense, and that is something you'd want a bit of on a Dragonite, but it has attack, which is the most important stat. It has health and speed, which are also super important stats, and it even has some defense and, well, special attack to back it up. You don't really need any special attack, but 73 total, that's a really good for a wild pickup. So that is cool. And what nature are you? I think it was just a neutral nature, hardy. Another thing you can do while you're breeding is you can control the nature if you give the Pokemon an Everstone. So let's hiccup, and let's say I wanted to carry over the timid nature. So all I would have to do is put an Everstone on the Pokemon with the timid nature, and then you can carry that over. So whenever you're breeding, it takes a certain aspect of luck, but it's still, your chances are way better than trying to get anything in the wild, or just trying to throw Pokemon in here and hope for the best. So yeah, that is some knowledge thrown at your face. I'm gonna eat some steak, I'm gonna eat a cookie, and let's go see if we can find any Pokemon around here. You know what, let's make this interesting. I want to try to catch this Altaria. Oh, Yo, you better not be flying away. Ha ha! You're caught now. Alright, now what do I actually have on me? We do not have the best team to go up against this thing. So let's see what he has. He has Pluck. Alright, I think Espeon should be able to hit him pretty hard with a Psybeam, but also get pretty hardly hit. Come on, confuse him. Oh, yay! We actually did confuse him. Sweet. Alright, let's try to get one more attack in on him and get him into at least the yellow. Oh, Berbo, we did. This went really well. Okay, so let's go for a heal ball. Nah, that's pointless. Let's go for a great ball. Catch him in a great ball. He's a blue Pokemon. Catch him in a great ball would make sense. Color coding everything, and he's hurting himself in confusion. We got him down to red. I hope he doesn't kill himself. Sir, could you just please get caught? I do just. Ooh, I want to catch that Heracross too. No, don't. Oh, he snapped out of confusion. Okay, that's better. What moves do you have? Okay, standard moves. I could try to Thunder Wave him and paralyze him, but I think I'm just gonna go for the Great Ball, because I'm not gonna be able to survive like more than one hit on this Dratini. Oh, is this catching him? Sweet! That was a good catch. I'm gonna heal up potentially. No, we don't. We should be fine actually. Yeah, let's just try to go right at this Heracross. Let's start off with the Thunder Wave. It's paralyzed, good. And let's go for a Twister. What's a Twister gonna do to him? Seems to be good controlled damage. Do it again. I don't think I can do it a third time, so he's gonna be in the yellow there. Let's go for a Great Ball once again. He's sort of bluish. Night Slash. Ooh, that's a good move. That is a really good move for him to start off with. I don't know if he normally... Well, I guess he has to normally learn that. But that's a good one. Heracross is a Pokemon that I've always really liked, but I don't know a ton about. I've seen like Mega Heracrosses and stuff in like Pokemon Showdown, but I've not really had a ton of experience using him. Let's put these eggs away for now and check out our brand new Pokemon. Ooh, and there's a couple other loots I remember I can get. So, let's take a look. Adamant! Adamant is the best nature you can get on a Heracross because their main stat is attack, and they're not very fast. So, that is a really good pickup. Okay, and what about the, let's see, the Altaria Timid? That is arguably, because Altarias can be ran two ways. Actually, a few ways, I guess. You can give them special attacks, you can give them physical attacks, or you can mix it up and give them both. This one, being a timid nature, would absolutely be a great special attacker. Unfortunately, he wouldn't be able to take advantage of Dragon Dance, which is one of my favorite moves ever, and he happens to have it right now. Because Dragon Dance pretty much, after 2 uses, will double their attack and double their speed. But this guy will already start off with some good speed, and his special attack won't get hurt. The thing is, his attack, physical attack, is substantially hurt at the beginning. Well, I say substantially, it's only 10%, but it's a fairly large difference. So, the Dragon Dance won't give as much of a boost as if this one was a Jolly nature, which would minus the special attack and plus the physical attack. So, if I was making an all-dragon team, this would definitely be a good choice for it, because most dragons are physical attack, and I'd want it to be a special attacker. So, those are some pretty lucky catches, I'm not gonna lie. Let's put them back here, and, let's, grab the eggs again. Actually, let's only carry 2 eggs, because, oh, no, I just wanted to train him a little bit. And let's go to Wapdonator. And I can get a little bit of... Ooh, are there new signs here? No, they're the same ones. Flip. Back and forth. Okay, yeah. These are just all the signs I've seen before. So let's see. I wanted to go over to here. Get this loot. That's a potion. Great. And I wanted this one. Surf. That's a good pickup. Surf is a great move. It's not the best move, but it is a... really good water move. I think technically you would want a couple other things. I don't know necessarily. Like if your Pokemon can learn Surf and it's a water type, Dark Pulse, that's a pickup. Substitute, that's a decent pickup. Substitute's only good for a few situations, and I think stalling in like gym battles and stuff isn't really allowed on here, unfortunately. Because I would really love to do some setups that are trolly and stally. If you've seen me do battles before, especially in like Showdown or using my champion Umbreon before, you've seen some stall tactics. Definitely some substitute tactics on Showdown and stuff like that. But it's definitely okay. So it's not the greatest on this server, but it's still a good pickup. So I could go training my Pokemon right now. Obviously, since Ghastly, I'm just crowding your brain right now. This episode, that's what I'm doing. He has some special attack training on him because I gave him an EXP share while I was training, for example, McCree in special attack and speed. So let's see. Yeah, what are those health ones? Oh yeah, I gave him those health on purpose. Okay, so yeah, I was sitting in there. I had the speed training item on him, was training in special attack, and then I could throw EXP shares on everything else that I want to get special attack, and it'll trickle it down to them a little bit. So really efficient training, especially when you got a room set up like this. But I don't know. Not really feeling any of that today. Okay, someone just sent me some Pokemon. Axel22 just sent me some Pokemon, a Aron and a Geodude. Now, ooh, look at all these guys. Let's just throw a random level ball at you. And completely miss. Bye, random level ball. Let's take a look at these guys, because I did just take a look, but I want to show you guys something a little different. So, of course, let's do some comparison here. So the IVs on Turtwig, we've already noted he's at 50%, but his attack is 1, so he's kind of bad. He has a special defense and special attack raised. He's not really going to use special attack. So that's an example of bad IVs. Of course, you've seen the good IVs on the Pokemon I've been breeding. But here's one that looks really good, this Geodude, but is just kind of moderate. Look at that, 82%. But when you see where some of the stats are put, like speed and special attack, which he's never going to use, and he doesn't really have much HP, which is huge for a Geodude, it's not the best. However, he's still definitely above average with that defense and special defense stat, and even his attack stat is good. Let's check out the nature on this Geodude just to see if he's that good. And he has a mild nature. This means his defense, once again one of his most important stats, is reduced, and his special attack, something he'll never use, is increased. So this Geodude may look really good just looking at the percent, but he's kinda almost, I'd say he's kinda like on par. He's very average when you put everything together. So we also have this Aron, which I think its number was a little lower. Yeah, 67%. But once again, he wants to have HP, attack, and defense and special defense, I'd say. He has 31 speed. He has 23 special attack, but his HP is 2. His attack and special defense are decent, and his regular defense is average, so let's check out his nature. He's average, so I'd say this one's actually a little bit, yeah, I'd say a little above average, because speed, even if you're a Pokemon that doesn't really use it, it's not a bad thing to have it, because that just means you'll go faster than other outrageously slow Pokemon, so that's fine. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, Aron is pretty cool. Thank you for sending me these. I'm just gonna throw out there, you guys don't need to send me all your Pokemon. I'm pretty sure I've only caught half the Pokemon in this box here. So, just throwing it out there, you don't need to give me gifts. But let's see. I would like to give somebody on the server gifts. I'm gonna give things back a little bit. I wanna give one of the Eevees out. Let's give an Eevee out. Let's give the worst Eevee out. IV is 3, so it's not you. Yeah, it could be you. And you, it is not you. Now, once again, the percent is 94% on this one, but it only has 231s. That's not what I'm trying to work with. That's not even something I want to put back in the breeding cycle. So we're going to put this one up for sale. Let's see. Who wants a snazzy Eevee egg? Never mind, change the rules. Poke give sell. I did 4. Boom. You can have it. Storm just gave me a Metagross. Let's check this guy out. Hardy nature. Okay, so far we're looking at an average one. He's got some good moves on him. He's got the meteor mash and the hammer arm, and we can move relearn him the other moves. Let's just go look at those. Let's warp shop mart, because I do want to look into this. So move tutor, no, move relearner. Back. And okay. Metagross, can we teach you? Ooh, let's get him that Zen headbutt. Done. And I think we actually kind of have what we want on. Oh, bullet punch though. Metal Claw is a really fun move to have, but bullet punch is better. So okay, there we go. We have a beautiful moved Metagross right here. He has meteor mash, so we get that metal stab. He has Zen headbutt, so we got that psychic stab. He has hammer arm, which is a great move, and bullet punch, which is priority, which means it always hits first. So even if you're slower than your opponent, if they're at low health, bang, they die. And generally, with the Metagross's power, they die anyway. That is if they're a weaker defense Pokemon. Let's take a look at the IVs. 3. Okay, so 45%. You may look at that and say, wow, that's bad, but let's work our way up. 25% speed. Okay, sure. Speed's not bad on a Metagross. 13 special defense. Oh, that's a shame. 3 special attack. That's actually not bad at all, because we're going to use all physical attacks on Metagross, as I just showed you. 25 defense. Hey, that's good. Metagross loves his defense. 15 health. Average, but if everything else works out, then sure. And then the attack is such a letdown. A 3 on the attack. Oh well. It may be a slightly below average Metagross, but it has the right moves on it, so it is a decent, and generally Metagross is just a good Pokemon in general. And it's caught in the Master Ball because no one can catch a Beldum otherwise. If you have caught a Beldum otherwise, let me know the story and how long it took you in the comments below. Aside from that, I think it's time. It's time to announce that we will be moving on from this server. Now you may be thinking, Xylo, you just got here. And yes, that is true. That is why I'm deciding to move on now, before we get too in over our heads and too attached to what we have going on here. So I'm going to be joining a Pixelmon server run by a good friend of mine. Not going to give out any names just yet, you'll see when the videos come out. And I'm also working on a couple of Pixelmon projects. I think a lot of you will probably be able to guess what one of the big ones is. It's pretty much the Pixelmon project that has gone on a few times on this channel, so you can get excited for that. And that may be happening for real. So I'm gonna need to learn how the newest Pixelmon versions are working. That means we're going into some beta versions. Hopefully you guys are excited for the next step of our Pixelmon adventure. Leave a like and a comment if you are, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be in a couple of days or less. So, I'll see you then.